Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis on oil and natural gas. I'm just going to focus on these two. We're going to look at daily charts and also step back and do some weekly charts. I think they look fantastic from an overall perspective. Could oil pull back a little bit more? Perhaps. We'll look at it. But the overall valuation runway in front of oil is still quite large. I think we're at the beginning of a breakout in oil. So oil it's breaking a very large pattern, downtrend line. And we just broke out. It's kind of coming back, and then I think we're going to take off. But it may take some time. It doesn't mean these things develop on a daily basis. It may take some weeks or months. But overall, oil's been incredibly strong. And we're going to see that in the charts here. I'll show you what they look like, and I'll give you my financial opinion. Please don't take it as advice. But let's jump into the charts and let the charts do the talking. So here we go. Here's oil and natural gas. This is a weekly candlestick chart. And we've been just marching higher in oil this entire time. We have a little bit of selling pressure coming up these past 2 weeks. We could pull back a little bit, and then I think we'll continue higher. But this is basically a large shoulder, head, shoulder pattern where we came down here, created a shoulder, head, shoulder, and I think we're going to break to the upside and have a very large move to the upside at some point in the future. Natural gas on a weekly candlestick basis, I'm still zoomed in. We're coming up into some selling pressure. That's why we have all these wicks at the top, and we're kind of muted at the moment. Doesn't mean we're necessarily just going to pull back, and doesn't mean we're just going to rocket higher. It's kind of at an indecision point. It's indecisive. So if I back out a little bit more, this is natural gas because obviously we're running into some resistance. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find what that resistance is. And I'm looking to the left-hand side here. And what that resistance is, it's this right here. We're basically trying to break out of this area here. At least that's what I think we're trying to break. We've got this resistance here and here. And we're pausing and gathering some momentum before we break to the upside. If this thing breaks to the upside, it could be a big move. We've got this entire consolidation period down here. Looks like we came a little bit lower here, almost a kind of a megaphone, slight megaphone, if barely pattern. But yeah, we're right there trying to break. We're going to see over the next couple of weeks if they can break or not. But that's natural gas. So let's look at some of the companies. Now, here's SM Energy. It's been doing absolutely fantastic. It's just moving higher and higher. I'm not doing anything. I'm just letting it make me money. I bought a long time ago. I've just been holding on the entire time. I think we've obviously accumulated some more shares throughout. But this thing's looking fantastic. Just let it go. This is on a daily candlestick basis. Centennial Resource Development, again, these look very, very good from a long-term perspective. And I'm just looking at this and seeing how this thing is kind of creeping up into this corner here. And we've got a lot of, we came up into this, and then we came up through here, and hopefully we break to the upside, not the downside. That's what I've been watching. But it's very coiled up. And the reason I think we might break to the upside is because Callan is basically breaking there almost now. And what this is a lead-in, a cup and handle pattern that we're about to break to the upside. And it's a continuation pattern, cup and handle patterns are. So here is the line that we're trying to break. It's right here. I'm just going to it's like right there. Looks like we're about breaking it now. And there's your cup and handle pattern. Our lead-in is here. And it's a continuation pattern. The size of the move is projected, and it's going to be a big move, is this projection move there. And I don't really focus on the projections all that much. What I focus is the patterns and the breaking of these patterns. And this move's going to be, I think, quite large. So that was CPE. Looking at Reconnaissance Energy Africa. Gosh, these patterns, guys, it's just like one after another. Now, this might have scared someone out. This was a shakeout. Didn't scare me because I just doesn't phase me. And there you go. We came down. We broke the first one. We broke this guy coming through here. So we broke up. And the next line we're attacking is this one right above it, about $6. So that's what we're breaking next. But recap looks good. I'm holding on to my shares. Good luck. You're not getting mine. And I'm just going to hold on. This is a oil exploration company. Could potentially have a very large deposit. Very, very large. We already know they have it. They've already hit in 2 of their drill holes. They're going to drill a third. They have seismic coming out in early December. And we basically could have got shares almost the same price before they even had the findings. So I think this was of excellent value even at 527. Tellurian already is taken off. Go tell. We've been talking about this one for a little while. We broke this guy's downtrend there. It coiled up into the corner and it broke to the upside. And this thing could probably move quite substantially. If you draw this out, the projected move would be something. I'm just going to draw it like that. It's probably going to be something like this. If it hits there. I don't really focus on projected moves too much, but the pattern's broken. It's moving to the upside. That's what's important, and you should be holding on to your shares. Now, Crew Energy, here's another one. Uptrend, just absolutely very strong. I think it's going to continue higher. We could have a little bit more selling pressure, but on the short term, we broke the small downtrend line here, and I think we're probably going to see this move on higher. Could have a little bit more, a couple days where it chills out for a little bit, but I think we're going to see higher prices. Northern Oil and Gas, bullish engulfing pattern of all of this stuff before it. This is very bullish to move on higher. It's kind of a mutated cup and handle pattern if you look at CPE and all the other ones, but I think this is going to go far higher. Good volume stepping in. It looks fantastic. Tetra Technologies, another one that broke its downtrend line. Big buying pressure, small selling pressure. It's got all the characteristics of a move that could potentially end up resolving higher. Looks good. Sandridge Energy. Now we got this selling pressure day here, this bearish engulfing pattern there. But we've got a bullish engulfing right here. So it's back and forth. This looks good from a daily perspective. And here's Comstock. Big buying pressure, small selling pressure. I think this is going to resolve itself higher. I added to my shares in this $9 range, right where it's at right now. I did buy it. I don't know where I bought it on this day here, and I bought some in here, I think, somewhere. So here on the bullish engulfing day, and then here. This is it zoomed out. I want to draw on this badly because this looks fantastic, guys. And there's a couple of things I want to point out for you investors. Basically, we're coming through here. We broke that. That's where we're sitting support. Once we break through this guy here, I want you to look to the left over here. The way this came down was pretty steep. There was a couple of some buying and selling pressure through this area here. So what you want to do is you draw a line across like this, straight across, and we have a little bit of resistance above this, this area that we're at right now. We'll hit this resistance line, and then when we break through this resistance line, what you do is you're going to look to the left. There's not much resistance through here until we hit this area up here. Whoops. Until we hit the area up here of $50. What I'm proposing is that when we hit this area in here, eventually, it's going to get stuck, and then it's going to break and move a little bit more. It could be more expeditiously. But that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a flat bottom here. The momentum was down, flat, and then we're starting the upward move. And it's still very early in its move. This is a good stock to look at as CRK for a new addition. Northern Oil and Gas. I'm sorry, guys, but I have to chart these out like this because I get so excited. Oh, my goodness. So we've got this break here, right? I'm going to draw it a little bit lower, right about there. We broke out, we pulled back, we back tested, we came up again. Now I'm looking to the left. We've got some, like we had resistance through here. And we broke through that and we're kind of paused. On the short term, we look really good to move higher. And as we move higher, we've got, I'd say, some stickiness all the way to 40 bucks. There's lots of buying and selling that happened through this region. See all that buying and selling? We're going to be sticky through here, but once we get above 40, it's still a little bit sticky through here as well. We got a lot of buyers and sellers through here, but I think this is going to continue to move on up. Looks good for a good long-term hold. Next is SM Energy, my boy SM. And again, guys, I gotta draw. It's in my blood. We've got the downtrend line. We broke that one. We broke it. We back tested, did the retest, and then we're flying higher. We've got this line here that we broke recently, and this is almost let me draw it all the way over here. I'm just going to draw it like this. Basically, we have almost a shoulder, head, shoulder, almost, and you could even draw it at a slight downward trend here. My goodness, I'm making this look horrible. Here, let me draw this guy here. There's the line that I want. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and then a break. The projected move of my boy SM is off the page. Yeah, this looks absolutely fantastic, guys. I'm very heavily in SM Energy. I think you guys know I bought it right here at $1.50. It's my cost average basis. Been riding this thing higher, and this thing looks fantastic to just to crush it. And you got, I'll chart the long-term oil chart. The long-term, actually, I might have it already. I'll pull it up here at the end. Here's SM or CDEV, and guys, CDEV looks really good too. My God, it's like one chart after another of just absolute crushings. Let me throw in this one, guys. And what we see here is we have a downtrend line break there. We have another uptrend line here. And it's almost like a shoulder, head, shoulder trying to break through kind of here. And once we break this area, I think we're going to move on up quite substantially. And here's the line coming through. Looks fantastic for a move higher. Here is Reconnaissance Energy Africa. And what do you see here? It's a bullish engulfing pattern on the weekly candlestick basis. We're coming on up. We pulled back, and we have a bullish engulfing. Guys, this is it. Like I like recap right here. It's going to move higher. Could be substantially higher. I would be a buyer in recap. We've got Callum Petroleum, like a cup and handle pattern that's breaking to the upside here at any point. Looks fantastic on a weekly candlestick basis. Looks really good. And then we have Tellurian on a weekly candlestick basis. You can draw the lows are just stepping straight up higher. We're coming into this resistance line at about $5. We break $5. This is going to be a big move. Big moves coming ahead of us for Tellurian. Hopefully all you guys have on the channel that have been here for a year or longer, because we got in at $1.35 right here, and 90 cents is where I got in. 90 cents and $1.35, and we've been riding this thing higher. You could have bought here again, and this is about to break to the upside and potentially really get moving. Sandridge on a weekly candlestick basis looks a little more bearish on a weekly candlestick. We might see a little bit of a pullback for Sandridge. I just wanted to touch on that. But if the overall sector is moving up, maybe it continues higher. But overall, these weekly candlestick charts look absolutely insane. They look insane. I haven't seen these charts like in my life ever for a very long time. And remember, the last commodity bull market was when I was really young in my 20s. So what's coming here is perfect. It looks so good. And I'm holding on to my shares. There's no way anybody's going to get my shares. I'm sorry, guys. They're not for sale. I'm waiting for far higher prices. Recalf, nice good rebound and recalf, looks fantastic to move on up. Nice big bullish engulfing pattern on the weekly basis. So everything looks fantastic, guys. Everything looks fantastic. If you guys like this video package, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.